All right, so now we'll assume that you have a user account. Um, if you go to the very bottom right of the web page, you go right down. You look right to the very bottom right. It says Manage Your Branch News and Information. Click on the link there that says, sorry, click here to log in to manage your branch news and information on this website. So click that link. It'll have a space for your username, which in this case will choose an account I set up for this purpose to show you what an editor account looks like, and password. Um, you can, I would suggest saving the password for it so that you don't have to type it in every time. But you can choose whether you want to type in your password every time or not. So when you first log in, there's a you see the dashboard view, and a panel across the top. The dashboard view here shows posts, media, so media library, pages. The difference between posts and pages, if you don't know, pages are the architecture of the site. They're like the skeleton of the site. Posts are your regular news, your day-to-day posts. My recommendation to you is not to delete posts. Pages are like the important pages that you might need to make changes to sometimes. Well, really, probably there's only one that you'll need to make changes to. Will be the contact page. The contact information page really does have information on there that you might from time to time need to edit. So you can do that when you're logged on, and you might see somebody's email address has changed or it's wrong. You might need to change different details on here, or just change the people. If somebody's moved from the branch, you want to take them off. And if you're not sure, just tell me in an email what you want to change, and I'll change it for you. If you don't want to risk messing something up on these pages, that's perfectly fine. It's probably not a bad idea if you're feeling at all uncomfortable with this process. Just send me an email with what you want to change in the new information, what you want to take off. So pages are like the skeleton of the website. Posts are your day-to-day news and newsletters, that kind of thing. Anything to do with an event or something that's of a temporal nature, like it comes and goes. You might think it's best to delete old posts. It's very good practice, really, to leave the old posts there. I'm not old pages, but to leave old posts, because they do help search engine optimization, and also you'll find that people want to refer back to them. Like if you have a conference, people will often after the fact, want to refer back to get the flyer again, because they might have forgotten somebody's name, something like that. So it's much better just to let them archive. They'll just fade into the past, and people can go find them under the dates or under categories. They can go find the posts. You really don't need to delete posts. Pages are different, as I say. They're like the infrastructure of the website. They're the skeleton of the website, and they're all the information that you regularly want to have there. You want to have there always information on different branches, whatever, contact details, the information on that links out to other sites. All of these first few, or the About Anthroposophy, School of Spiritual Science pages, are actually pages. Here where we go to Australia-wide news, that is actually those are categories. That's a category for posts, not pages. And branch news is all posts. So these are all posts where under each branch, if you want to find out what's happening in the Brisbane branch, people can go there, and you want to make sure that you categorize the posts that you put up under the right category so that they get found in the right location on the website. You'll notice everything here has images. That's mostly because a lot of these I created the images for them for people. Not everybody seems to be au fait with creating images, so I do that sometimes. When I'm looking at this website doing regular maintenance, I'll notice that somebody didn't put an image up, so I'll add an image. But I'm going to show you how to add images when you create your post so it looks pretty on the website. Again, you don't actually have to do it. It just looks a lot nicer. You get on the left side here, you can see each one has an image. It's not that you really can read these images, all of them, but they give them some color. They give this post some color. You can see all of the title and some of the content excerpt to give you an idea what's in the post. I'll help you set up. When you set up the post, you'll see how that works. If for some reason you have a post that you need to be at the top here, and it's down a bit, I'll show you how to do that here. You might say, okay, well, actually, we should have this post. This should be at the very top all the time, and it's dropping down. You can go here to edit post. At the top here, you can see you have a bar, and you look over on the right side. It's got a published date here, and you can say edit and change the date. So you might want to change the date to being, in this case, I'll just make it later in the day because and that'll change the order of this website. I'll let's see if I can figure out when would be workable. I'll try this, see if that helps, and see if that actually on the home page, if that pulls it up to the top. Yeah, it did. So I because I changed the date of this being published to more recent than this post of the youth section, it pulls it up to the top, and that becomes really helpful if you've got a workshop. Actually, this is really needs to happen, that I pull this workshop up to the top. So I'm going to do with this Armidale workshop, 21st February. People need to know that's happening when they come to the website. A lot of people will be coming to the website to find this. So here, I've got the RSVP information on here that I posted in there. But at the top, I'm going to edit post. Click edit post. Top of that page when I'm looking at it, and I go over here to published on. I'm going to say 19. Let's see. What is it? It's actually, I can say 2015. That'll help. Hopefully that's the last one. I can look to the top. Now I'm going to go to the home page again. Well, let's see if it pulled it to the top. And yes, it is. So that's good. I can do that for you if you need help. If you just ask me, could you please pull this to the top? I might find a plugin that can help make posts sticky, but that doesn't really work very well because time changes. I mean, really, these posts don't come thick and fast for the most part. So as we go here now, this bar along the top has options. Now what we want to do is create a new post for your branch. So let's say I'm in the Brisbane branch. I want to make a post to give a newsletter. So I click post, new post. It opens up this view here. The first thing I do is type in the title of the post, which is Brisbane branch, February 2016 newsletter. Please make a descriptive title. If you don't make a descriptive title, it just becomes hard for people to actually find it, and or see what they're looking at without having to click it open. It's better if the title is descriptive, so people know what the post is about and don't have to open it up if they don't want to read it. Now what you do from here is start with the title, then go over to the right and continue. Don't worry about this body field yet. Start with the right side and move down. So at the top here we have, if you want to save a draft, you save it, click Save Draft, but don't publish it until it's ready to air live on the website. So now we're going to go down here. If you don't want it to appear until into the future, you can actually tell it to publish in a future date. It is, let's see here. You go down here on categories. Is important that you choose the correct category for your branch. So here we're going to say News Brisbane branch, but I'm going to pretend that this Staying Connected is their newsletter category. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I haven't had a look at it. I need to modify the I haven't modified the menus yet to reflect some of these categories that some of the branch members have added. But here's a category. You can add new categories, subcategories for your branch. But if you do that, tell me so that I can change the menu to reflect the new categories. It's perfectly fine if you want to create new categories. You might want to have a category for newsletters, a category for events. You can do what you like, but I've just created it with one category per branch for news. I think it's more simple just to have it that you have one category for all of your posts for your branch, but that's my opinion. Some people are a bit more skilled with working with the website, so they've created different things. You can see this Sydney branch has events, workshops, and talks. Study groups as another category, and Tuesday lectures. So that's quite useful, really. But you need to let me know when you create new categories, new subcategories, and I'll change the menus to reflect that. So I've chosen Staying Connected because I'm assuming it's for newsletters, and then I go down here further on the dashboard. I'm going to say you can either type in the tags or choose from the most used tags here. With this open, you can see most used tags. Anthroposophical Society Brisbane I want to say, let's see if it has, I might want to say I want to have newsletters, so I'm going to choose newsletters. If you have a name for your newsletters, and people often search for that, like South Australia has Focal Point is the name of their newsletter, then choose that and choose that as a tag, because it helps people find it in Google searches, or in search engines. They will pull up better for those specific words if you use tag words along with your body content. Okay, so down here, don't change the custom header unless you know what you're doing. If you want to add a custom image at the top, you can. That isn't going to be very often, though. If you want to do that, send me the images that you want to have as custom headers, and I will create the proper size header, and also the proper file size, and also the proper dimensions. Otherwise, it won't look right on the theme. Just email me, or actually you can upload the content or email the images to me, so that we can get some more localized branch images. But if you want to set a custom header image, choose it, and then go to your media gallery and look for the header images that I've got for you in the media. Here in media, like here I've got some already for other branches. Like here's one, and they look different. They're actually, they say header. If you look at the title here, they're header, and they're the ones that pull up at the top. I would very much like to have more pictures to make more headers. So if for local branches, we only got a few when I requested before. If you can send me some more, that would be fantastic. So if you wanted to choose a header, you could. You'd say insert into this post, and now that post will have this header. It will force this header. Otherwise, it will cycle through all of the other headers. Down in, I'm going to remove the header. In this case, actually, I'll leave it. It's okay because that's a proper header, but you don't need to have it. Featured image is important. This is where it puts an image that you need everywhere. So an example of a featured image be for this newsletter. I created a featured image for Focal Point newsletter, so I'll use that one, even though I'm saying it's Brisbane. That will then give some color to the website, as I said before. So you want to definitely set a featured image, but set it right the first time. If you're not sure which image to put up, don't put it up yet, because as soon as you add one, for some reason, this particular WordPress theme doesn't reset the featured image when you change it. So you want to either leave it blank or put one up, but don't just put one and then expect to change it later, because it won't actually affect a change. After you change it, it'll still show the original featured image through, as long as the article's there. You would have to actually delete the post and recreate it with the new featured image. So just wait until you have the featured image that you want before you add it. Again, if you're not sure what to do with that, just leave it blank and ask me to add a featured image, or just leave it blank and it'll show no image. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't look as nice. Now that you've got you've done the site post title, you've gone here down the right, set the category and set the tags, and then set the featured image. Go up to the top here to the body. Now, initially when you log in for the first time, the toolbar shows this basic toolbar. Hit this button on the right, which is toggle toolbar, and it'll show more options. These are really useful. I use all of these regularly. You can hover over them to see what they mean. Each one is most of them are self-explanatory and very similar to your Word document software. So you might be able to figure it out. But you can also just make it very, very basic. Make your post just so that people can get your newsletter. In this case, what I'm going to do is upload a newsletter by clicking Add Media. You can either choose a newsletter that you already uploaded, which in this case I could choose Focal Point newsletter in January as a PDF. You can see here it's a PDF. It's not an image. Some of these are images. Some of them are PDFs. You can change it to be just documents. Actually, it doesn't have just documents there, does it? So that doesn't help. But upload files. I'll show you. To upload a file, you click Select Files, or drop. You actually can just drop the file onto this surface here, into this area, and it will start uploading. You can drag and drop it there. But I find it easy to select files and then go through your browser, through your file explorer, locate the file you want to upload, and then upload it. You can upload PDFs, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets. Quite a few different document types. I think you can upload. But usually you're going to upload a PDF of your newsletter or whatever your flyer is, and then or a photo that you want to use in your post. And please do use photos in your posts. It's really nice if you use photos in your posts, but you don't have to. So I would say select a media image. In this case, what I'm going to do is choose a focal point newsletter and insert it into the post. Now there's now we've got a hot link. You can tell it's got a link associated with it. And that goes to the thing I want to edit this. With these PDFs, it works well if you go and open the edit and choose open link in a new tab. That's annoying. So this I see this isn't working as I expected because take this and right click on copy. Sorry, forgive me. I normally do this myself, and I'm not teaching this properly. So just bear with me because I don't have editing software. But this will be, this is, if you just leave this like that right now, that will work fine. It might be best if you just leave it. And then what we can do here is save the draft. Now on this, you can get, if you look at now that the draft is saved, this is how it should have been before. I don't know why it wasn't, but maybe I needed to save the draft before it would work like this. What I was hoping for and what you want to see is here. If you double click on this link here, you choose edit and then tick this button, tick this box that says open link in a new tab, and then update. Now we'll, if you want to type something else here, you can type something else saying click the link above to download or view the newsletter. And then you might say contact Bob on 0438 blah 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 blah. If you have any questions, whatever you want to write, essentially. Now let's say I want to put something here. I want to put a header above here. Might say might want to put that, and I might want to say the same title. It's actually works pretty well in this theme to repeat the title like this. Put it in the first line. So I copy pasted the title, and then I click on that line and choose, instead of paragraph, I'm going to choose header 2 as the page title, or if you find that too big, you can also choose. I use header 3 quite often because it's nice. It's a little bit bigger. It's bolded, but it's not too big. It actually works pretty well to use header 2 for the first one, and then header 3 for other subheadings as you go down through your post if you want to have a larger post. It works much better to copy content out of a document and paste it into the post than it does to upload a document that people have to download. The reason for there are a few reasons for that. One is people want to go to the website and look at it and read it. You can do that if you copy and paste from your the Word document and paste it into here as just content on the website. If you have to download it, also Google and other search engines are not able to see as well into the document as they are on the web page. So searches are not quite as good. You end up with search engines finding content in the PDF, say, but when they get to that page, it will only have the name of the PDF instead of having all the content that they can just read. So that's pretty much that. Let's leave this as the post. Let's just say this is the whole post. I'm going to choose to also put in an image. I'll say add media. I want to add a little bit of color. Actually, I'll show you first. Let me show you what it looks like before adding the color and after, just so you can see it. So now what I do is go over to the right side, see this blue button. Instead of saving draft, which I can do anytime. If you save as a draft, it's never actually posting live. I go to publish here to make it live. So I click on the publish button and wait for it to save. Now you can click up here to view post. If you look up at the top, you can say click on view post. Now you can see the post, and it has a link. Now when I click on this link, it opens in a new tab the newsletter, and that's a 15-page newsletter you can see here. And I'm using a particular PDF reader in this browser called PDF Architect. Yours might look different, but you can either you can download the PDF. So sometimes what I might say to somebody, who doesn't, a lot of people don't really know how websites work so much. They use them a lot, but they struggle. You can explain what to do, so it makes it easier. So on this one, I'm going to say, okay, well, it might not be that clear. I'm going to say, instead of that being here below, I'm going to move this description of what to do into here. I'm going to paste it up here as part of this link. Click the link, click this link to download. Let's see, I might say even right click. Oops. So I'm going to say right click this link to download or view the newsletter. Focal point January 15th, 2016, and then I would say I would just type out, click out of that, and that's changed now. So now it'll read this way. Now we update to save the changes. You have to click the update button, or it won't save. It won't publish the changes. Now I want to look at this again here. You choose the view posts to see what it looks like. If you go down here, it says it was published on 6 February 2016. And now it's a little more clear, so I can say, oh, right click. When I right click on it, I can open in a new tab or save target as. And I would say, I might even say right click. I won't say right click and save target as, choose save target as, but you could if you want to be really helpful. So now we've got that post created. And if you look at it, just from a usability point of view, it's all there. I chose new post instead. Just let me move this. I'll move this new one to the trash because that's not what I wanted. I want to go back to edit this post that I was on. If you look at, I want to click here to view it. It doesn't have an image here on it. If you want, you can put a photo. So I'll say save edit post, and I'll click to the top here. I want to put it in. You put your cursor wherever you want the photo to be. In this case, I'll stick it at the to the right of the header. I'm going to say add media. I want to choose this. Well, I'll choose a different one here. I'll choose this just so I can show you what it looks like. And then I say insert into post over, and I have that currently. That's not quite right, so it doesn't look right. So you can click on it. It went as no alignment, so I want to make it align right. And then it'll allow all the choose align right most of the time. If you put it on the left, it sort of confuses things with the left sidebar having all the images that it does in this theme, and also it just reads better, especially on devices, on small devices. It looks better if you stick it on the right. You can put it in the middle, but I usually put it on the right, and then allow text to wrap around, and that'll all appear here. So now I'm going to update it, and now when we look at the page view post here, you'll see this post rather, not page. Technically, it's a post, not a page. Now it's got a nice picture on the right. So I really prefer that. If you can take the extra time to just put a little image on, you can either use an image that's already been used on the website or upload a new one. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Just leave it without an image. The main issue is to get your content up, and in a quick way. Okay, so that's really about it. I think I might leave it there for this, so we don't have too long of a tutorial. Now, if we look on the home page here, we'll have a quick look to see how that looks. Now you can see that I've created a post here. It's showing in recent posts. It's at the top. If when you've done that, you bumped down something that should be at the top, what you can do is go down and change the time of this other post so that it maybe change the time of it so that it comes up to the top, like I showed you before. Go here to edit the other post and make it so it's published at a later time than the last post you made, so it pulls it right back up to the top. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to just delete the other post that I just created, because we don't actually need that post. It was just a test post. I'm going to make delete this one. It's and if you do want to take a post, you realize that there's some mistakes on it, and you don't want it to stay there, you can revert it back to a draft status. The way that you do that is the status here says published. Choose edit, and then go to either pending review or draft. If you want it pending review so that you can share it with other users, you can use pending review. I usually just use draft, change it to draft, and then update. Wait, actually, I think if I say update, it publishes it again. Let me check. We'll be able to see here in a minute. Um, yeah, actually, now it's still live again. So just choose save draft, and it moves it. We want to move it. Oh, well, actually, it still says status draft, so that's okay. It's still in a draft status. And now when you make changes, just choose save draft. Don't publish it until you've made the changes you wanted to make before publishing, and then choose publish, and it'll go back live. I'm going to throw this in the trash, so I'm choosing move to trash, and it'll post that we tested into trash. Um, I would suggest you just leave them in trash. As regular maintenance, I'll go in empty trash from time to time. You don't have to, but again, leave your old posts as there, and um, manage the dates on them if you need to move your posts from a lower position in recent posts to a higher position. This is now what we want with the Amadeo workshop back to the top. Okay, that's about it. Contact me if you need any help. Other than that, hope this has been useful. Again, if you need an account so that you can edit your site, or ask somebody who already is an editor to create a user for you, they can do that by choosing new. Actually, I realize now editors aren't able to create other users. So you'll need to send me an email asking for requesting a new user account so you can manage your posts, and I'll issue that to you and you'll get a notice by email with the login details. You don't want to have that automatic on the website because it's hard to manage spam content on WordPress websites especially, and I want to have it that it's difficult to get an editing account. Okay, that's about it for now. I hope this is useful. Contact me if you need any assistance.